Try that
This
one.
is so cool. I mean, how many golf podcasts get to do it with a Daytona 500?
Literally a Daytona 500 trophy.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Blooper Central. I'm here with Alex, Jermaine, I'm Mitch. Want to do a quick intro video to talk about our goals for 2025, and hopefully you guys can follow along and join us and follow the journey. We're excited about next year. We all have some different tournaments we're wanting to qualify for and goals we're wanting to reach. And so the whole goal of our YouTube channel essentially is to kind of help each other out to reach our goals. So I think it's kind of interesting. We all have very similar backgrounds in that we all played different sports competitively at a pretty high level through college, but all picked up competitive golf at least.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I mean, I've been golfing pretty much my whole life, but never competitively until an adult.
Yeah.
So
4 years for me.
yeah.
What sport did you play? Let the
Lacrosse.
people know. Okay, lacrosse
So-
at BYU?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was good. I only played for 1 year.
Yeah.
The program was set up, there's not really scholarship opportunities, and so it wasn't like other college sports where it's essentially your job to
Right.
get through
Yeah.
college. So it was a fun experience. I just decided to hang it up after
Yeah.
a year, but it was still way fun.
Yeah.
So
And then, G, what'd you play?
I played football, and like you were saying, man, that grind of being a college athlete, like all of us remember, playing football at UVA, it's a Power 5 conference. Bronco Mendenhall is my coach. Love that guy. But man, it was tough. I felt like I was preparing to be a Navy SEAL, but I mean, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And so playing, like I played junior golf, growing up, competitive. Started playing at like 2 years old. My dad got me into it early, but I just stopped for like 8 years.
okay.
And that was my thing. So after getting retired from football, with those 6 surgeries and then that one back concussion against, it's crazy. My brother's school now, NC State, they whooped me up pretty good, but it just pushed me right into golf, something I've always wanted to do. So I just turned pro, and now still in the beginning surges of that journey, but man, I'm excited about, the possibilities in golf and doing it with you guys. So.
Just trying to stay competitive,
Yeah.
trying to keep the dream alive.
Yeah,
Alex,
absolutely.
you played soccer, right?
Yeah, I played soccer and then unfortunately popped my quad, and again, golf welcomed me back. And then 2019, COVID hit. So 2020, all the tournaments were shut down, and I was like,
Kind of the boom of golf.
and then the boom of golf
After,
happened.
yeah.
And so, 2021 was kind of my first full season of competitive golf, and rose up the ranks pretty quick for adaptive golf. I hit number 2 in the world for one arm, and so it was really cool. But now I'm, kind of slipped and trying to get back to at least the top 10 for still ranked like number 3 for one arm, but try and get back into the top 10 for regular disabled golf.
Yeah.
So on that note, 2025,
Yeah.
specific tournaments, one tournament you're wanting to kind of reach for, kind of have in mind calendar
Yeah.
for next year. What are you wanting to do?
The Adaptive Open, that's the penultimate right now for adaptive golf. I'll have to qualify, and I actually prefer to qualify. I want that experience and that pressure, and I think everybody honestly should qualify except for the winners of the last 3. But it is what it is. They set it up. But yeah, so Adaptive Open, I was
Okay.
looking at that schedule. The qualifier is going to be sometime in April.
Okay.
And then I was looking at adaptive schedule, and it's pretty empty until April.
Okay. I was gonna say we're pretty early. I mean, it's still December of 2024.
Yeah.
All the stuff I was looking up to doesn't have specific dates for tournaments
Correct.
anyway.
Yeah.
We know historical kind of time of year when to
Correct.
plan for, but okay. So U.S. Adaptive Open.
That's in Philadelphia at Westgate, and it's a beautiful course in July 4th week.
Oh,
So I think it's like July 7th through the 11th.
Now this is a tournament you've played in.
Yes.
couple
yeah,
times?
yeah. So I'm one of like 12 that have played it in all 3 years.
Okay, so this will be the 4th year they've
Yeah.
never had it, and you've played in the first 3.
Yeah.
So you're gonna qualify
Yep. Hopefully.
and hopefully win.
So,
too.
yeah, I would love to.
Results of your last couple attempts.
Yeah, I've been terrible. The first one I was playing on a torn ACL, PCL, and MCL. And then I had surgery right after that, but I wasn't gonna get invited and then not play in it. It was terrible. Yeah, results were terrible. Experience was next level. My old boss slammed a trailer on my finger, so I had a broken finger as well. Like I was bleeding out of my glove. Like it was like a Kobe Bryant flu or MJ flu game.
So that's why you only hit it 150 then.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, man. It was
So,
terrible.
the
I
goal-
felt like I shot 150.
The goal this year then is to pretty much just keep you healthy, so you don't have any built-in excuses. on
Correct.
why you play bad.
No, and like I know my abilities. Like
Yeah.
mentally, like the last 3, like I shot like 79, 78, and like an 83 or 84, and you're like, dude, like you're better than this.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna play in way more tournaments as well, and getting that, you know how it is.
And I think that's the thing. Like you have to get like tournament ready. It's not just about I have the ability. Let me get in this event and a one shot out. Like no, you have to play in like some tournaments that really might not mean much to nothing. But I
Correct.
gotta get the tournament reps. I gotta get the tournament rust off of me. So when I need to be prime, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, tournament golf is hard. I mean,
Yeah.
coming from not playing competitive golf, I mean, I played 1 year of high school, but our team was trash.
Yeah.
So it was more of just me and my buddies got free golf.
Yeah.
Because we made the team. But now trying to get into it, it's totally different. And I feel like that's another one of our reasons for doing this YouTube
Yeah.
thing, because filming in front of a camera, or excuse me, playing in front of a camera is tricky. I mean, it kind of can simulate tournament golf to a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
So whether we're just out playing the course or playing a practice round, get some cameras filming, have everyone hold us accountable, and
Absolutely.
maybe simulate that
Yeah.
pressure a little bit
Absolutely.
for prep.
I think I was watching the Creator Classic, and everybody was shocked at like how well Roger was playing against, the Bryan brothers, and you're like, he hits the ball really far, but he films everything and is accountable, and maybe that second ball doesn't get counted or it does, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I actually think it's good for the game of golf.
Oh, that's awesome.
To be honest and vulnerable and all that.
So I was doing a little bit of digging beforehand, and I couldn't find past stats for qualifiers. Do you know roughly? What
Yeah,
score you
I mean,
think
I
would
shot
qualify?
74, and for the arm category, I qualified.
Okay.
My buddy, the Canadian, who's ranked number 1 in front of me, Jesse, he won the qualifier in Southern California, and he shot like 68.
Okay.
Ryder Barr shot a 72, came in second to a guy that wasn't disabled, but whatever.
Still
Another
There's some
one-arm
drama
golfer.
in that.
Yeah, always in
So-
adaptive golf. But
around par.
yeah,
Even par would qualify.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
So, and you qualify by your division,
Okay.
which I don't really like, to be honest with you.
Why don't
but
they just group them all together?
I don't know. Yeah, Colton. I know you're watching this. I'm kidding. I don't know yet because if that happened, there's so many more leg amputees than there are arm or intellectual, and then like the intellectuals have intellectual, but not always the physical.
Yeah.
And so like
There's a debate to be had about that.
oh, always,
Sure.
and there always will be.
Yeah.
And how do you have an overall champion? Well, if you look at the past 3 champions, it's like, and so it's there's a fine line.
Yeah.
But my buddy Insta, has no legs, 1 arm, and like 3 fingers, and bro shot 72 because he was nervous.
Man, get out of here.
And then he shot 70, and then the final round he shot 76 or 66.
No way.
And like
That's
didn't
good golf.
That's golfing.
I mean he ended up with 7 under, 7 shots back, but that was his first experience. I want him on. He's from Cambodia. Great story.
Wow, yeah.
But I'm like, highlight that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is disabled golf,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
because there's so many cool stories, and so. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah. So me, I mean, this is huge. This is opportunity. You know, sitting beside these two guys. I mean, it's obviously like we're similar. We're similar in a lot of ways, but you can see one common difference is, you know, they're white and I'm black, and going into a world where it's not a lot of people that look like me. You know, it's not a lot of people that look like Alex. It's not a lot of people that look like him. To where now we're going into a professional golf round, and we haven't. You know, for all intents and purposes, we're going against kids who play from 2 to 25. This is all they do, 8 to 5.
Yep.
All they do, 8 to 5.
Yep.
And I love coming in this way because it's unique. You know, I believe everybody's unique in their own essential way. But me coming from football and then having a, you know, dad that played in the league, uncle that played in the league, and, you know, my dreams of being a professional football player being cut short because of injury, you know, something that I love being taken away from me. You know, when I was in college, you know, that kind of crushed me. You know, and I'll be honest, I thought it was the end of the world. It felt like the end of the world. You know, there's probably people out there like, oh, Alex has been through worse. He may have been through worse. But for me, and what I went through, you know, me getting football taken away from me, I mean, that crushed me to the core. So I was left with a, like, hey, what's next? You know, what's next for me? You know, but with God and His grace and mercy, it's like He just directed me into this path with golf. And, you know, it may sound far-fetched, but to me, like, this is where, like, I kind of belong. You know, so, you know, long story short, playing golf, my first year pro journey was crazy. Like it was not good. Like it was really bad. Like it was really bad. I remember my first tournament, and I'm just like I don't even have the right attire. Like I just don't look like these professional golfers out here. And not from a standpoint of like novice skin color, but just like the bag. You know, you playing against guys with the brands and the sponsors on their shirts, and I'm coming in here with I bought a Golf Galaxy. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Then the second year, you know, I'm playing good, so now I feel like I kind of belong. I'm like, okay, you know, they may exact confidence builder. Like they may have the sponsorships, they may have the deals right now, but I know that's coming for me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's so much motivation for me, like being a black guy, you know, being a follower of Jesus, and just out there like playing, but like knowing that like Jesus is with me. You know what I mean? Like my God is with me, and I'm out here doing things that people never would have thought I could do. Like a lot of people thought, like when I had my brain injury, like from my concussion football, they thought that was it. Like that was it, and it was like God was like, this is like a second chance, not a second chance in life, but like a new opportunity to do something you love. You know, as long as you spread the gospel for me. You know, but you know, my goals this year is a little different, Alex. Like I'm preparing for Q school. You know, getting ready for the pre-qualifier to get to the first stage of Q school. I'm looking forward to competing on mini tours this year. Winning them qualifiers, something I've played in the last 3 years. Last year I shot 74, which is horrendous. I think 3 under got in, but you know, to me, qualifying for that is just a step in the process to my ultimate goal, which would be to get through Q school and get my tour card. It may sound like, some people may think that's impossible, but I believe that nothing is impossible. I believe with God, all things are possible. So for me, I'm looking forward to the journey. I'm looking forward to doing it with y'all too. I'm looking forward to the ups and downs, and I'm just ready. Like I'm amped. Like let's go. Like let's do it. You know. So.
I looked up, I don't know the past Q school results, but for the Wyndham, did you do the pre-qualifier?
Pre-qualifier.
Okay.
Pre-qualifier, yeah. Pre-qualifier. And I think this year 3 under got in, the year before 2 under got in, and the year before I think 4 under. So you got to shoot some golf.
Yeah.
But it's a one day shootout. So
18 holes.
Yeah, 18 holes.
And so I have the Monday qualifier scores. So once you get the pre-qualifier, the Monday qualifier, there are 4 guys in 2024 that made the Wyndham from Monday, and 2 of them shot 8 under, 2 of them shot 7 under. So 8 under and 7 under is what got you into the actual tournament. So that's good golf. 18 holes. That's pretty good. But Q school, sweet. That's perfect.
I've watched your game. I've played with tour guys. I've gotten to, you know, you've got that. You've got the game. Like you've got that ability, you know, and so I'm excited to watch you progress. I think, you know, if the biggest thing I would say for you is the comeback. You know, hit a bad shot. I played with Zach, one of my buddies, Zach, and he got his tour card and all that, and I played against him, and I thought I was doing pretty well. And you know, he went bogey, eagle, birdie, eagle. I'm like, well, That's how the pros
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
They
yeah.
come back and they
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back with a vengeance.
Yeah, they come back with a vengeance. Yeah, there you go.
Correct.
Just keeping a cool head after like a bogey or a double bogey.
Correct.
Like seeing the pros, it's like they make a double bogey, maybe show a little bit of frustration,
Yeah.
but on the next tee, it's like you can't even tell
Yeah.
what they got on the last hole.
Yeah.
They're like, like I'm good, ready to go.
That's so hard though. Like,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
like coming from playing football, it's like I just gave up a touchdown
Yeah.
and that cost us the game. I'm like, man, dang, like I need to
Yeah.
get my get back like right now, like full of emotion, full of rage.
Correct.
Like, let's go. But like in golf, I do that. I'm slicing that thing to Mars or something,
Yeah.
you know, because you gotta be even keel. And I think it's learning more of the mental side and the strategy to golf more than the actual physical
Correct.
elements of being a good golfer. If that makes sense, right? Yeah.
Because you've got the physical.
The physical,
easy.
yeah, like
You've got the.
yeah.
Hopefully, we're Mizuno's teaming up with you
love
and
Mizuno.
us. We're getting that fit for
Yeah.
you, and then once we've got that going, like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be something special
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
And then, what about you, Mitch? What are you?
Yeah, I feel
goals
like
and-
this is a sweet dynamic too because you got adaptive, pro level, amateur level, where right now my handicap index is around a 3,
Yeah.
a -3. So looking at the tournaments, there's a lot of cool amateur stuff throughout the year. But the one that I've kind of had my eye on here living in North Carolina is the PGA of America's Carolinas Open.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah.
not an amateur event,
Yep.
but it's open to amateurs.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
So there are, I think, there are a handful of qualification sites or qualifying. It's a tournament. It's a 3-round tournament you got to qualify for. So looking at the numbers last year, so it's the Carolinas Open. This year was the 100th edition. So next year is 101. The qualifying scores were 5 over, 2 over, 2 over, 1 over, 2 over, 3 over, 2 under. So those are all the different qualification sites. So hoping to play in one of those this year and
Yeah.
qualify for the Carolinas Open. It was here in Charlotte last year. I gotta look. I'm not sure exactly where the location is
Yeah.
for next year, and they haven't announced dates, but it's sometime in the summer. Looking at other tournaments to kind of maybe prep for that. I've got a few in mind, whether they're like mini tour events. There's coming from Utah, it's kind of cool being out here. There's a lot of tournament golf opportunity.
Bag
between-
Tours one. Highly recommend.
Yeah. Bag tour.
And then there's another
G
one.
Pro Tour. I play
Yeah,
a lot on the G
yeah,
Pro
yeah.
Tour. You got
Um,
Rolling Red Golf Tour.
Yeah, the Carolina Mountain Tour.
That's
Yeah.
a great tour.
Yeah.
Because one day and you can get out there and get after it. It's one
Correct.
day.
And I feel like that's that and the Coastal Players Tour
Yeah.
here in Carolina. I think it kind of goes all up and down the coast.
Yeah.
But those two specifically are sweet because they are those single day events
Mm-hmm.
and they're good prep
Yeah.
for something like a single day qualifier.
yeah.
So, and then between that and like the Carolinas amateur,
Mm-hmm.
potentially doing that. But I think it all kind of points toward the Carolinas Open
Yeah.
is kind of what I'm hoping to do. And with my kind of golf journey, I mean, I'm a dad of 2 now, just trying to play competitive golf and keep that
Yeah.
spark alive. So,
That's so cool, man.
so I think all I'm trying to do is I've never really pushed myself in golf because I've been busy with so many other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's more out of curiosity to see how far I can
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
with it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
if it's just competing in some amateur events, great.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've never taken it seriously, so
Yeah.
now
Shout
taking it
out to
seriously-
your wife Morgan.
Facts. Big
Yeah.
shout out.
Big shout out
Yeah.
because
Take notes.
I mean, it was really cool to watch at the member tournament, and you had your family like cheering you on, overlooking 18. And I saw that, I'm like, how cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, huge props to the fam.
Yeah,
My wife Morgan has picked up golf since we got married.
and I
and
love
she's
that.
Super
Love
athletic.
that.
She's played all sorts of other sports growing up, so she's been able to pick it up pretty good, and she's breaking 100 now,
Yeah.
and every year just getting better and better.
Yeah.
It's
She's coming
getting
for you.
the progression of newer clubs from
Yeah.
just like the basic set you get at Dick's
Yeah.
Sporting
Yeah.
Goods that like flexes like
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
to
yeah.
she's picking up her swing speed.
Yeah.
And so anyway, it's fun because she loves the sport now
Yeah.
too and is very supportive of it. And
Now your kids are in the game of golf too.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
look at Gus. He's a stick.
yeah,
Stick.
got a
And we
our
both get the
6-year-old.
privilege of teaching him
Teaching
at
him,
Op
yeah.
36,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
it's super cool.
Yeah, our 6-year-old is in Op 36, which is a sweet program.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, you're pretty much starting at 25 yards trying to break par on
Yeah.
9 holes. And
Yeah.
if you do, you move back.
Yeah.
So my 6-year-old did awesome on
Yeah.
his last attempt. He shot a 42,
Yeah.
which is his
It's
best score.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
You can see him getting better.
Progressing. And that's one of the big reasons I'm wanting to do this too. Some of the conversations I've had with my wife, of
Yeah.
like, golf can sometimes be a selfish sport of
Mm-hmm.
like you're just trying to do something for you, which in this case is true to a degree, but I also want to be an example
Yeah.
of working towards something
Yep.
and trying to accomplish something, and so my kids can see the effort and work that I'm putting towards a goal.
Correct.
So it's not something you just do at a young age,
Right.
whether it's work or family or sports. At any stage in life, you got to work towards your
Yeah.
goals. So that's a
Yeah.
big part of this too, is just
Yeah.
trying to be a good example to them. So that's it. I feel like between the three of us, we have a big year coming up.
Yeah.
I think we got to help keep each other accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help each other in practice rounds, caddy.
Yeah,
I figured
absolutely.
some of these events, at least on the amateur side, don't allow caddies. Some do.
Oh, wow.
On the pro side, things like that. I feel like between the three of us, we can
Yeah.
have a good dynamic to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
film, keep ourselves accountable,
Yeah.
and hopefully you guys will follow along on the journey so
Yeah.
that we can get some support and people in our corner rooting us on so we can accomplish our goals and then see what happens when we do and
Yeah.
then bring on the next goal.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Sweet.
Good
All right,
luck.
boys. Let's
Good.
do it.
I'm looking
Have a good
forward to
year.
it.
Good. Yeah.